It's Friday, we made it through the week. Friends, welcome back. It's the end of the week. It's time for the weekend. I'm so excited for the weekend. Hoping to get lots of rest. And I hope you guys are also going to have a wonderful weekend, even though that should probably be something I say at the end of the video. But anyway, welcome back. And to anyone that's new, my name is Alita, and I share prophetic words that the Lord gives me through dreams. I also teach on how to interpret dreams. So I teach all things Christian dream interpretation related, and you can catch those episodes on Tuesdays. I do have a playlist with the series that's called Life is But a Dream. And so if you're interested in learning how to interpret your dreams, understanding your dreams, you can go and check that playlist out. So today's word is based on a dream that I had this morning. Actually, it was a very profound dream, and it meant a lot to me simply because of the journey that I've been on, and I know that it's going to resonate with a lot of you as well. But before we get into it, guys, please always remember that not every prophetic word is meant for everyone. It is so important that you take it before the Lord and ask Him to confirm the word. Usually when I get a dream and I can see that the Lord is giving me instruction or directing me through the dream, especially when I have to do something, He's speaking to me about doing something, I wait for confirmation. I wait for a second dream or confirmation when I read the word, or just by people saying certain things, or very specific things that I know are out of the ordinary, and in ways that the Lord speaks to me. Okay, so it's so important that you get that confirmation and you don't just act upon a word if you hear it for the first time. So for some of you, this may be confirmation of something the Lord has already spoken to you about, which is awesome. I still encourage you to pray, to take your questions to Him. He will be able to fill in those gaps, because I only have a little bit of the story, and everyone is different. So every situation is different, even though the word may be meant for more than one person, but you each have a unique journey. So having said that, like I said, I had the dream this morning, and in this particular dream, I was in my bedroom, this very bedroom that you see here, and one of my family members was there with me. It's one of my aunts, and she was like it's such a difficult thing to describe. It's like she was in like my personal space. She was in my room, it was like she had occupied it. I was there too. And I remember that there was there were conversations, and the conversations felt like I was trying to set things straight, or at least I was setting things straight with her. And then at some point she got up and she left the room, and it felt like a leaving, like a permanent leaving, like she wasn't coming back, because the way she had been in my room, she was established, she was there, she was fully taking up the space. And so she left the room, and I tidied it up. I immediately just got this strong sense to just get on with tidying it up, and then the room was neat, and that was the end of the dream. So I woke up from this dream. I hadn't remembered the dream immediately, but it came back to me as I was lying in my bed trying to remember what dreams did I have, and this one came back to me, and I remember just thinking, oh my goodness, this was such a profound dream. And I understood what the Lord was showing me through this dream. And I really feel, last night when I went to bed, I remember thinking, oh Lord, tomorrow is going to be a busy day. I don't know if I'm even going to even have a word for the people unless you drop something in my spirit. And I remember waking up and this dream coming back to me when I was thinking about what dreams I had. And the Lord said, that's what I'm dropping in your spirit today. This is what you're going to speak to people about today. This is the word. So what the Lord was showing me through this dream, right? This particular person in my life hasn't been for me. It's just an unfortunate situation. She just hasn't been someone that has been 100% for me, although I had always thought of her as someone that was, because we're family. And to me, it always felt like I always saw her that way. I innocently just assumed that she genuinely loved me, genuinely cared about me, cared about my life. But when I first realized that I had a gift of dreams, that the Lord used dreams to communicate to me, it was a dream with her in it. That was the first time I paid attention to my dreams. I had been dreaming all my life since I was a child, a really young child. I can remember dreams from back then and throughout my growing up years. Very distinct, clearly, I can remember all those dreams. But I never thought much of them. I didn't know what to make of them. And I had a lot of recurring dreams back then. But anyway, then I had this particular dream, and she was in this dream. This was probably in 2015, 14, 15, late 2014, 2015. Yeah, I think it was 2014, guys. Yeah, I had this dream in 2014. It was before I had my son. And it was such a clear dream. The Lord showed me, in that dream, the Lord was showing me someone who was creating, who basically was using witchcraft in my life. And in that dream, it was like this voice, the voice of the Lord was saying, someone is doing this, because there was a mess in my dream. There was so much mess, and I was in so much pain. I remember feeling like I was in so much pain because of what was going on, of the circumstances, right? And then this voice just kept saying, there is someone who has done this to you. Someone did this to you, and this person is going to walk through the door. And the door opened, and she walked in through that door. And I woke up immediately from that dream, and the realization just hit me, like everything became so clear. It's like in that moment, as soon as I had that dream, it all made sense. Everything made sense, and I started to see certain things that she had done, things that she had said, that now started to make sense, that she was performing witchcraft in my life. And I remember just feeling so betrayed. I was so angry, guys. I was extremely angry. I had to go through a process of letting go and forgiving her. But I was so angry because, to me, your family, I would never expect this from family. But I learned that actually they're the biggest culprits. They are the biggest culprits. So fast forward to today, when I had this dream, it was the same person. And it was such a beautiful moment for me, because the Lord was showing me that there are certain things that I've had to deal with. And this goes for many of you guys. You've had to deal with certain things. You've had to endure. Your spiritual life was almost like, what can I say? Infiltrated, through all these acts of witchcraft, because she was filling up the space. It was like she had taken ownership of my room. And the Lord is saying that this is a personal attack that has been upon your life, because it was in the bedroom. The bedroom is a very personal space, a very private place. So you've been attacked. It's been a very personal attack upon your life. And this person, or these people, for some of you it's more than one person, they have almost taken over your life. They've taken ownership of it to make it what they want it to be. They wanted to influence your life through witchcraft. And through God's hand, by his hand, he has removed this threat out of your life. And I was asking the Lord, is this something that's happening? Is it something to come? He said, it is done. This person's witchcraft, all they've been doing, has been removed out of your life. He has kicked them out of your life. He's kicked them out of your spirit, your spiritual life. However, I'm trying to describe this as best as I possibly can, but they do not have access to your life anymore, right? They've been booted out. And the Lord is saying, because I also asked, I was like, Lord, so is there a process of cleaning things up? And the Lord is saying most of it is done for a lot of you. You just need to, because the tidying up process, when I tidied up, it was so quick. I didn't have to it didn't feel like a chore. It didn't feel heavy. It just was like quickly tidied up. I just did it quickly. It just happened. And the Lord is saying it's just almost like tying up a loose end. Now that they don't have power, they don't have access. Oh, that's the word I'm looking for. They don't have access to your life anymore. You can just quickly just get rid of whatever they did, because it did create a mess. But the Lord is giving you a new start. He's restoring. He's restoring your life. He's restoring your blessing on your life. So, for those of you who've been discouraged, who've been feeling like a certain person or certain people have just been doing stuff, and you've been made aware of it, and you're trying to break away, you're trying to be set free from all of this, the Lord is saying that it is done. You don't have to fight this anymore. You just need to almost just say a closing prayer to close this off and seal it, and be set free completely, because this is your time where you are free of this bondage. The Lord has released you of this bondage. This person does not have access into your life anymore. And he gave me such a beautiful scripture, Joel 2 verse 25, which says, the Lord says, I will give you back what you lost to the swarming locusts, the hopping locusts, the stripping locusts, and the cutting locusts. These people have been locusts in your life. I feel like I'm pronouncing locusts in such a funny way. It feels funny. They've been locusts in your life, guys. And he is restoring everything that was lost because of them. So it's a time, guys. It's a time of joy and a time to receive your blessings, because the Lord has done it. He has done it for you. He wants you to know that you are safe, that you don't have to worry about that person anymore. Some of you may have been so traumatized by what they did that you're constantly just looking over your shoulder, constantly making sure that they are not doing the things that they've been doing before, just constantly feeling paranoid. And the Lord is saying you need to let go of that, because you're coming from a place of fear. You're not trusting. You don't have faith that he has taken care of it. So he's saying to you, he has taken care of it. It is done. This person does not have access to your life anymore. Don't let the enemy lie to you. Don't let the enemy make you feel like something, that like they can do something to you, because they really can't anymore, guys. You are in your season of great blessing. This is your time, and the Lord is he's protecting you like you can't believe. He's protecting you, and you just have to trust. All he requires of you is your faith. That's all God needs. You know, when Jesus was approached by the centurion, and the centurion told Jesus about his servant who was sick, and Jesus said, okay, let's go to your house, and the centurion said, no, because I understand authority, because I understand how authority works. I know that all I do is give a command and it's carried out way off there in the battlefield. I think that's what centurions were, like army commanders. And Jesus said to him, what great faith you have. I haven't even seen such great faith amongst my own people. You know what I'm saying? So know that all that God requires of you is your faith. Your faith activates great things, guys. Your faith is a great activator. I think of Joshua and the army of Israel, or the people of Israel, and them walking around that the city of Jericho for 7 days, and then 7 times on that 7th day. They were doing that in faith. They were doing that in faith with an expectation of the walls coming down, and they did come down. It was all a step of faith. They could have said, what? God said we must do what? And then thought, wow, that's clearly not going to work. So maybe we should just storm the city. We should just go in and fight. But no, they chose to do what God told them to do in faith. And God moved. A miracle was performed that day. And that's what the Lord needs from us. In order for us to see all those walls coming down, the walls that have stood in our way of our blessing, of our lives, that has stolen from us, we need to step out in faith. And that's all the Lord requires of us. Faith. Well, obviously it requires obedience and all of those things. But faith activates things. Things begin to move in the spirit. Okay, friends, that's the word for today. I pray that you guys have been blessed by it. I really am just so grateful to be able to be used by the Lord to come on here and share the word. And I know that, well, as difficult as it can be sometimes, guys, like being here is it can be such a challenge. It really can be. But I don't want to focus on any of that. I don't want to make that a thing. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I know that I'm just grateful that the Lord is able to use me in this way. And I'm just grateful for you guys who are just out there being prayer warriors and just, supporting me. And when I say supporting me, I mean just the encouraging words that you guys give at times. Like, you guys literally have me in tears because of how difficult it can be being here. Putting your face on camera and putting yourself out there like this is not easy. Like I said, it's not something that I ever thought I would do. But I've had to come on here as the Lord has called me to, and to have you guys just encourage me and spread such positive vibes is just such a blessing. Like, I cannot stress that enough. I have to just tell you guys how grateful I am, because every time it means so much to me, and I'm just really grateful, and I'm getting emotional. But thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm really thankful. Okay, I'm gonna end the video now. I pray that you guys have a wonderful weekend. Remember that God is a good Father. He loves you so much because you are so deeply special to Him.
I'm in a race right to the start. They tried and left me with the ball and chain, the yoke of bondage piling on their ship.